Yeah.
But let's chat.
Yeah.
You have just won Big Brother.
I'm still waiting for someone to say it's a lie.
Can you believe it?
No. No.
You did look very shocked.
I was. Ashley was the winner.
Yes.
Ashley was the winner.
Well, she wasn't the winner because you are the winner. Okay. Hold on a sec. Otherwise, we're never going to hear each other. On day one, you got that pass to the final.
Yeah.
Do you think you would still be sat here now if you didn't have that?
No. I don't.
When do you think you'd have been out?
I'd have probably been out the first or second week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was a pretty turbulent first few weeks. I think it's fair to say that you have been one of the most controversial and one of the most explosive housemates that we've ever had. What does it feel like, and what is it like for you watching that back? Watching your behaviour like that?
I'm completely over the top. I'm out of order on many occasions, but when I have been arguing with people, it's because they have constantly made remarks at me. Don't know whether it's ever been shown. Yeah, I can be aggressive as well, but it's when I've been wound up that many times, people probe me constantly, and sometimes I just take it too far. I always have, and hopefully we'll stop doing that after seeing that and actually being quite embarrassed as well.
I was going to say, you are the first one to hold your hands up and say, I'm aware of what I'm like, I'm aware that I can be aggressive. And as difficult as it was to watch you sometimes in the early weeks of the show, there was a point during the middle of it when you seemed to really calm down.
Yeah, I did.
And it was after you got your formal warnings. Did you calm down because of the formal warnings and you realised you had to behave in a different way? Was it because, you know, all your friends seemed to be leaving at the same time, there was a whole guilt by association? Or was it because you just changed behaviour because you wanted to win?
Had to change. I never thought in a million years I could win. In a million years. I had to change because I think when I walked into the house, I thought it was going to be a lot more simple than what it was.
Right.
And I realised living with people, I couldn't continue to behave like that. Yeah, I did get the warning, but I knew that I couldn't just carry on the way I was going, and I wanted to be there and make friends, but there were some people in the house that made that impossible, and that's why certain things like that happened.
We did see another change in you where you seemed to kind of let rip again. Hold on a second. A couple of weeks ago, and that is when you were listening to Chris and Ashley in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I've got to say, they weren't being horrible about you, and it did seem that sometimes you would hear the negative, but you weren't actually really listening to what was being said.
Yep, another problem of mine.
So do you think that this experience, and I'm really hoping you say yes, now that you're out and in your life after this show, do you think it will make you think maybe more about your behaviour and the way you deal with certain
I said that
situations?
today in my final, when I was talking upstairs, doing my final speeches in the diary room, that was the one thing that I'm taking away with me more than anything.
So how do you think you'll change?
I can't speak to people like that, even if they are annoying me and being nasty and saying things just to constantly like get a reaction out of me. I've got to learn to bite my tongue more and not be as crude as what I have been.
You and Ashley had a very turbulent relationship.
Yeah.
Why do you think you clashed? We've asked her the same question and she's told us what she thinks.
I think we're just... We're both strong characters, but I deal with things differently. I swear, well, she swears and stuff, but I
Face of an angel, mouth of a devil.
Yeah, I look like the devil. She looks like the angel.
No, I mean her.
Oh, right.
Face of an angel, mouth of a devil. You did think that we never saw Ashley at her verbal
that's
worst,
what I was going
but we
mad
did.
at. Oh.
We did see that.
I never thought it was ever seen because I just kept. I felt like everyone was kind of just having a go at me all the time. But I can't argue with myself. I was arguing for a reason.
Okay, let's get onto something a bit happier because you have just won Big Brother, so we can't all be negative. Ash.
What?
Ash.
Oh.
You smooched him. He was your best friend. You seem like quite a guarded person. It seems that you have difficulty getting those barriers down.
Yeah.
You denied fancying him, but is that because you're protecting yourself? Do you really like him?
No, I like him as my best friend, that's all. He's
So
just
you're
my
not
friend.
attracted to that face over there?
Oh, of course he's gorgeous, but I love him as my friend, and that's it.
So nothing in the future?
No, nothing like that. He's just a really good friend, and I would have really struggled without him in the house.
Helen, as I said to Ashley, I wish we had much more time, but we just
I
don't.
know.
Thank you for
you.
being one of the biggest talking points of the summer.
Thank you.
You've been absolutely unforgettable, believe me.
Congratulations.
Go and see your friends and family.